know, they say the world's climate is heating up, and it's caused by countries like America. Now, I don't know where you live, but here in the Midwest, I can tell you, it has been a brutal winter, and I haven't seen an inkling of this so-called global warming. Matter of fact, it's been colder than a witch's tit out here this year, so I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Personally, I think this global warming crap is nothing but crap. Matter of fact, there's just as many scientists that say that the planet's fine and that it's just going through a cyclical process, that it's been cooling, warming for millions of years, and that we haven't affected anything. But you don't hear these views. That's because the media, the newsprint, the magazines, and Hollywood are all in bed together, and they don't want you to know about it. I think it's just a way for people like Al Gore to make money off of people's guilty consciences. They say we're 5% of the world's population, but we use 25% of its resources. Well, so what? Who do they think feeds the world? Who do they think keeps the world safe? Well, hell, it's us, the United States. That's who. We in the United States, we've been the most giving, the most caring, and the most generous nation in the world. It's been our inventions, our ingenuity, our discoveries, our hard work, and our blood that has raised the standard of living in this world like no other country's ever done in the history of mankind. So we have nothing, I mean nothing to be guilty about. That's for damn sure. I basically look at it as a numbers game. The Earth has been changing and evolving for millions of years. It's had ice ages, it's had dry ages, its continents have been splitting and dividing, it's had mountainous upheavals, great floods, meteors striking it, all kinds of shit. A man has been involved with the industrial age for what, about 140 years or so? Well, I gotta say, you sons of bitches gotta be pretty damn arrogant to think we could destroy this earth in 140 years. Hell, we couldn't destroy it in 140,000 years. Like the great late comedian said, and his name is George Carlin, man is gonna be long gone before this planet goes. Look, the weatherman can't even predict what the weather's gonna be 3 days down the road. So how can these idiots tell me that the Earth's gonna crumble in 20 to 40 years? These people are the same assholes who caused gas lines in the mid-70s when they said we were gonna run out of gas in 30 years. Remember that? They're the same assholes who were happy last summer when gas went to $4 and $5 a gallon. They're the same assholes who don't want us drilling in our own country for our own oil. They're the same assholes who don't want you driving your SUV or tractor or having a nice boat. And they're the same assholes who say we shouldn't be raising cattle now because the cattle fart too much and give off methane gas, which is screwing up the ozone layer. You gotta be shitting me. You see, bottom line is, these people hate capitalism and progress. And they're not gonna be happy until all of us are riding a frickin' bike, growing our own veggies, and living in a hut. And all the while, these guys will be driving their limos and riding in their SUVs, flying around in their jets, and eating caviar in their fancy homes. You want to talk about hypocrisy. Now hey, what about the positive effects of global warming? We never hear about that, now do we? All you ever hear about is the doom and gloom about it. But if the world warms up, places like Canada, Sweden, Finland, Norway, they'll have longer growing seasons and they can produce more crops, help feed the world. Places like Siberia could become a vacation destination instead of a bunch of gulags. In Greenland, hell, it'll be green again. But nobody on their side talks about that. That's because they want to scare you into control. And they don't like the way you live. And they want to tell you how to live. You remember that. Now, don't get me wrong, people, about this planet stuff. I'm for less pollution and nice clean water and nice parks to go visit. But I'm not going to sacrifice our way of life or do harm to our economy for a bunch of trees or some little rare-ass rat. But these wackos will, and that's the difference. And that's my beef with them. Just remember, we're all in the same boat. Let's just make sure we're rowing together.